What's happening, YouTube? Forrest here, CicletMan09. We're doing a big old water change on the 225 today with Azul and Blondie in it. And there's just something really cool that I wanted to share with you guys about running an air system and sponge filters. Now, running this tank on a sump, before I go to do my water change, what do I got to do? I've got to unplug the pump so that it doesn't drain the sump, because if you start draining water out of this tank with that pump still running, the water is going to not be returning back to the sump, but water will be coming out. My sump will drain, my pump will break, my heater will break, and I'm basically going to have a pretty crappy day. But the rest of my tanks that aren't run on this sump over here are run on sponge filters only. And when I do a water change on a tank filtered with sponge filters, you don't have to unplug anything because they can just continue to run, because there's no actual mechanical power unit within the body of water of the tank. The unit running the air for all these sponges is way the heck over here on the other side of the fish room. So me draining water out of this tank has no effect on that whatsoever, with the exception of some air imbalances. You know, when the water's empty like that, you know, a lot more air is coming out, so it does divvy out air a little bit. You know, more is coming out here and less comes out in the other ones. But it makes it super user-friendly, super easy to deal with. Say I had to leave really quick, 50% drained, or, you know, same thing goes for a power outage and whatnot. If I had to leave in the middle of a water change with my air system running, these two sponges are going to continue to run even though my water is drained 50% down. So the process of filtration is still going to be taking place while I'm gone. The water is still going to be being filtered and moved. You know, there's going to still be gas exchange while I'm gone. So my fish are going to have a lot easier time if I were to leave and this thing was 50% drained. If I had to leave for, you know, upwards of a day or two, stuff, you know, that kind of stuff doesn't really happen, but if it did, who knows? But that just makes it super user-friendly. You don't have to mess with it. It's one system, and, you know, makes it a lot easier to deal with, a lot easier to handle. And like I said, I've got the water drain right here, 65%, and the water is still being filtered by these sponge filters because they're still within the water column, and there's, you know, bacteria built up on them. So super easy, nothing to unplug, nothing to mess with. Just drain the water, you fill the water, super easy. And it's one thing I really enjoy about running an air system with sponge filters. So that's our video for today, and we'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to go and check out and like my CicletMan09 Facebook page. And if you haven't subscribed to me already on YouTube, you can go ahead and click the subscribe button right here. And we'll see you guys next time.